What I'm showing you is an easy way to get this hood off, and you ain't got to worry about messing up your alignment of your hood. Those two little springs, just take them 10s off, or 13s, just depending on what it is. Take those two off, and then you're gonna come up here to this little hinge part up here and take this. In this case it's a 13, but usually the GM has 10s. Once you take those off, you'll be able to pick the hood up, and you ain't gotta worry about the alignment gap on your fender to hood. Also, don't forget about that little ground strap on the hood. Make sure you take that off. Don't rip that.
Alright, YouTube, Nate Dunn back here again, Mississippi Racing. So today, what we have here is we have another returning vehicle from a video. I want to say probably about 2 years ago, maybe. It was the one I did. It's probably maybe my 5th, 6th video I've done. It was a 2004 GMC Yukon. It was the one I did the roof on where the paint was peeling, and so that job is still good, but now we have the hood. So that truck that was on that video beforehand, it originally had gotten into a wreck about a couple months ago. Not now, I'm talking about a couple months ago before I got the truck. When I did that roof repaint and burn in on the sides, and it got fixed at another shop there. Like I said, not downing them or nothing, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the first time I've seen this happen before, because it semi looked okay. When I first got it, when I was doing the roof on it, it looked okay. It still needed a little more shine to it, though, I thought. But at this point in time here, it's almost like it's done delaminated, chalked up or something, so I really don't know what happened to this here. This is the first time I've seen this here, so my painter buddies and just paint experts in my comment section, if y'all seen something like this before, just let me know what caused this here, because at this point in time I'm not sure. But the main attack of this is going to be just sand it down really good, kind of almost get to the point where I'm starting over with it, and pretty much go from there. We're going to put some good clear coat on it. I'm going to wind up doing the same thing to this driver's side fender as well too, because at the top of it, it was kind of starting to do the same kind of texture here. So it may come up to me repainting the whole front cap basically. And then also the unique part about this job here too is we're gonna do a headliner in it. So I'm gonna take y'all along with me doing a headliner. It's probably gonna be the first headliner I've done on the channel. I've done headliners I've done a couple headliners here and there, but this will be the first time it's ever been on the channel. So I'll take y'all with me. Trust me, it's not as hard as you think it is. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead, start sanding this here down, just get it all nice and prepped up and smooth, and we're gonna go ahead and get some primer on it, and we'll go from there. Start off with 320 at first, and I'm going ahead and swap it to 180. Let's go from there. We're gonna see how I do. They kind of took some of the top layer off at the 320, but we're gonna do a little cutting, a little more faster cutting now.
So what I'm going to show y'all real quick, I see what they try to do, some little primer in here and there. I'm going to show you just all you got to do is do a little putty here. Some people say try to feather edge and sand it down, but what you get is you start to feel these layers here, and it's going to feel like a dent is there, but it's really not. It's just a layer of paints that you got there. So what I'm going to do is mix up a little bit of putty, and all you need to do is do a thin layer, just a thin layer over it. It just evens out the layers pretty much. Same as for right here too as well. Just like little scratches right there, right here. I'm gonna probably hit that a little bit more with the with the DA. Same for over here too as well. Main thing, just two nice little wipes over here, and it should be just fine. I'm gonna set you on the little tripod, and I'll show you me doing it in, I guess, putting it in action, I guess.
And all you gotta do is pretty much just sit there, just let it dry, let it do its thing. Until then, if you had anything else you need to sand, you can go ahead and sand around that, wait for that to dry. Once it dries, then you go ahead and sand that. I think originally the other person probably thought that primer was gonna be enough to fill them gouges in, but sometimes you're gonna have to put just a hair bit of filler in it, just enough, not too much, just a little bit to fill it in. And once you do that, then you put your primer on top of it for better repair. Otherwise, the hood is definitely getting a lot smoother now though, so that's why I like to, well, see and feel. It's getting smoother. So, like I said, I started with 320 first, just kind of just test the water, see what it's gonna do. And so I saw 320 wasn't getting it, so I went ahead and bumped it to 180. 180, I'm positive and confident enough that putty will stick to 320. But at least I'm for sure that putty will stick to 180. But after we get through sanding this here, getting it down there, then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with 320 all around just to get those 180 scratches out. At 400, then we'll go ahead and put some primer on it.
Boy, like I said, I learned a valuable lesson with that. So with this gun here, I had messed up, and I think I let some of that slick sand dry in it. And what I did was that needle wasn't wanting to move so freely. So what I did was I had to cut that thin. I had to fix that. I drilled that needle holder, whatever you want to call that part of the gun. I drilled it out wider, and long story short, that paint pretty much dripped out of that needle holder. So I know now, don't do that. Then I had to change the air fitting on my R500 gun. So cut again. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna get right one day. But that was just that whole little fiasco right there. But now I'm just using the Speedo Coat high build primer. I wind up just priming the whole hood and just being done with it. And I wind up putting, I want to say it was probably 3 coats of primer I put on there, because I know I was going to be sanding some of it down anyway. So now I'm pretty much getting ready to get prepped up and paint. I said I'm gonna do something different today. So instead of that shed, well, to be honest, I had no choice but to, because that bed is stuck in that shed. That rhymes. And then I just really couldn't justify pulling out that big paint booth and struggling and fighting that thing for this right here. I'll probably fight and struggle with that booth when it's an all over paint job. And so it was a lovely day, this on Labor Day. As I said, you know what? I'm gonna spray outside. I'm gonna try to be a shade shed painter. You know, you got the shade tree mechanic. You know, we got the tree in the background, so maybe the shade tree painter, I guess. But I said I want to test it out. I believe I could have got an even better paint job if I would have chose the right time of day. But otherwise, though, it's just patience and just know-how. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky because now you ain't in no controlled environment, and so I really got a lot of respect for. I see some of them countries, I don't know, maybe Africa, India, some of them guys be just painting just outside, and they paint actually looks pretty slick. I have a lot of respect for them with that, because they're using what they have, and they turned out work that's better than, like I said, I know I'm gonna get probably some pushback and slack, but they pushing out some work that's better than some of these $100,000 boots, just in my opinion. I see the Facebook painters and stuff just saying, "Oh, what are you doing? Where's your boot?" And all that stuff. Yeah, sometimes you ain't got that money for a boot like that. But they turned out some pretty good work though. But like I said, that was the first coat of sealer. And I wind up putting 2 coats of sealer on there. And so the next, I'm going to go ahead and do the base coat now. So this is the base coat. Paint code for GM. That solid white is 8624, very common color. And so right now I'm just doing the base. So the base coat laid down butter smooth, and it looks really, really good. So now the next thing I'm doing is I'm using it's a clear coat from my local O'Reilly's. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of my Speedo coat or my other clear coat, Am's Tech. So I didn't have any of that on deck. And that Am's Tech on deck. Kinda. I'm not gonna say that that's a full rhyme. But I didn't have any of those clear coats on deck there, so I had to wind up going to my local O'Reilly's. This is a Master Pro clear coat. And so right now, all I'm doing is I'm not trying to make it pretty right now, this first coat. Since I'm not familiar with how this clear coat is going to do, main thing to do whack attack. Just do whack attack when you're not familiar with a clear coat. Go ahead, just get it on there. Don't make it look pretty. Get it on there so that way it can get tacky. And that way, by the time you get ready to put the gloss coat on, then it's not going to run all over you. But unfortunately, I did get some runs anyway on that driver fender. But I'm going to show you in a minute how to fix that, though. It's not as bad as you think it is. Like I said, I remember beforehand I heard that trick from a older paint guy, and I said, what? But after my man Trigger Man showed, he did a video on it one time, and it made so much sense. And I sure appreciate him for that, though, because I sure didn't know. And then boom, I wind up making a mistake right there. That doggone big belly of mine. I need to go ahead and lose that belly there, because I need to get on down to my spray weight, because that belly hit the edge of that hood. That's why I was talking about that little tape trick. So I was able to get the lint out and kind of flatten it out a little bit. And main thing, just kind of hit it over with some clear coat and just let the clear coat do the work. But anyway, I was saying, Trigger Man, he showed me a video with that, and it made so much sense after seeing it done in action. And again, I think those two, that older paint guy and Trigger Man. But till then, yeah, here's the run on the fender. You can't see it really, really good, but I know it's there. So I'm gonna get ready to get rid of it while I'm in the midst of painting, because this is technically speaking the first coat. So all you do is just take a little piece of tape and just tap, 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 tap. Just tapping. You're just getting them runs out. You're just getting them top of them runs. You're flattening it out basically with this here. And the beautiful part is with this clear coat, it flows very easy. So that's kind of helping me to my advantage too. So it actually, by me doing this here, it actually helped to flatten out some. So by the time you get done doing that, you just hit a little coat of clear over that there and just keep on working. Just keep on working with it. See, like so, I'm gonna just go ahead and just put clear. That's it. Just let it work its magic there. This is the second coat of clear. Pretty much it was a how do you say, we had technical difficulties. It was operator error. I forgot to hit the record button on the second coat of clear, but I did record the third coat of clear. But you see kind of a little bit of that run right there. A little bit still there, but that's all right though. The third coat of clear takes care of it. But otherwise, just how you gotta do it when you're spraying out there in the open elements, no controlled environment. And so it's not my best, it's not my perfectest paint job, but it was a very interesting experience though, and I'm glad I done it though. And like I said, just learning from it. But the main thing is I need to get back to my spray weight, because painting these big hoods there and that belly in the way is getting a little hard now, so I gotta lose it. This is it all finished there. And this is the same day too. It was just a couple hours later. That clear coat actually dries pretty quick. But I hope you like the content. It definitely looks a whole lot better now. I hope you like the content, and like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video. I really will appreciate your support. Until then, just always stay busy and have fun with it. Be on the lookout for part 2 with the headliner, because I couldn't put the headliner in this video because it was going to be too long. But be on the lookout for the headliner replacement. Yeah, there you go. That's the title of it. But yeah, you see I'm touching it. Knock some dust off of it. We're golden. We are golden. Next, I gotta clean up the rest of the Yukon, make it look as shiny as the front cap now. Until then, stay busy and have fun.